Introduction. There are many underlying factors as of how consumerism activity affects sustainability and how can it impact not just the Malaysian family but also the UTM student in general. Therefore, several actions have been taken to collect analyze data as well as benchmark Malaysia to other neighboring countries. Based on the results obtained from the detailed review of the goods acquired within 1 week for the two groups, that will help identify the effects of consumerism. Data collection and data analysis. Data collection is defined as the procedure of collecting, measuring, and analyzing accurate insights for research using standard validation techniques. Data analysis is defined as the process of cleaning, transforming, and modeling data to discover useful information for business decision making.
From Merriam-Webster Dictionary, scientific means conducted in a manner of science or according to the result of investigation by science, and practicing or using throughout or systematic methods. Scientific methods usually divided into 6 steps: make an observation, make a question and gather information, make a hypothesis, experiment to test the hypothesis, analyze the data and make a conclusion, and reproduce the experiment to make another hypothesis.
To calculate and offset carbon footprint, first step is establish the fabric sources of emissions. Secondly, collect knowledge on quantities of energy that was used. The next step is converting the data collection into carbon emissions. Then we need to search for potential reduction opportunities. After that, obtain offset by absolve organization of environmental quality. At the end, establish a process to make sure that we set up to make it easier to do it every year.
Lifestyle goods and purchases. Lifestyle is a typical way of living of an individual, group, or culture. The way of living which is depending on the purchasing of goods and products. These goods are known as lifestyle goods. Methodology. We use 4 methods in this study. First is data collection. We use questionnaire which is Google form to collect the data. Second is sampling. We use convenient sampling because it is widely used in the past. Our sample size are 41 Malaysians, 24 Yemenis, 10 Indonesians, and 10 Egyptians. Third method is data analysis. We chose quantitative analysis, qualitative analysis, and diagnosis analysis. Also, we use Microsoft Excel to tabulate our data for calculation and making a graph. The fourth method we use in this study is carbon footprint calculation. The formula we use is carbon dioxide emission for purchased good equal to total value of purchased good times emission factor of purchased good of economic value. Result and discussion. Based on the data collected from questionnaire, we noticed that most of the Malaysian UTM students spend on goods less than 50 ringgit within a week. For Malaysian families, they mostly spend on goods which are less than 250 ringgit within a week, except food.
We also said that the carbon footprint of Malaysia UTM student on food is the highest, whereas in clothing is the lowest. Carbon footprint of Malaysia UTM student in culture and educational entertainment about 50 is the highest, whereas in medical care between 50 and 100 is the lowest. Carbon footprint of family in food is the highest, whereas in transportation is the lowest. Carbon footprint of Malaysia family in food between 250 and 500 is the highest, but on household equipment between 500 and 650 is the lowest.
When we benchmark the total carbon footprint in Malaysia with other countries, that from UTM student in Egypt is the highest, Malaysia is the lowest, Yemen is the second highest, while Indonesia is the second lowest. We realized that the underlying factor of consumerism habit and lifestyle are influenced by friends and family, necessity, pocket money, economic price, and wish. Same in families. Total carbon footprint of family in Egypt is the highest, while Malaysia is the lowest, Yemen is the second highest, while Indonesia is the second lowest. The underlying factors are household size, lack of public transportation, total family income, economic price, and wish.
And lastly is conclusion. We realize that Malaysians are willing to spend their money if necessary. They spend most on food. Therefore, the total carbon footprint of a UTM student and families in Malaysia are the lowest when compared to Yemen, Indonesia, and Egypt, which is a proof that Malaysian consumers have good consumerism habits and lifestyles by spending wisely. However, actions should be taken and more research and innovation are required to reduce the carbon footprint and protect the planet.
Thank
Thank you.